Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, between episodes, I have been having a look and asking on Discord about some way to filter this system here. Where we built this last episode, where all the carts go and do what they want to do. I'd filter it so that empty carts would go down the line, but full carts wouldn't. So, like this one here, he's got coal in him. He's going to go down there to drop it off. He can't drop it off for some reason. Oh, that's been turned off. But you can't drop it. So, but what he's doing is going back down here, even though it's full. Now, there was a system that I can't remember, it was Sheepy Gridder, I think it was, showed me that would work with it. A lovely sort of inventory sorter, and if a cart is empty, it will go down the line. The drawback to that is that it wouldn't work with my current setup, because it would send an empty cart down the line, and then send the next empty cart, and then the next empty cart, and it wouldn't work having just one cart go down the line, unless I can modify it, which I've just thought about as I'm sat here. So maybe I can give that a go. There is something else I want to do as well. We've got these two carts here going back and forth getting bread, and they're stuck together. And I was looking at a way to make a spacer, maybe with a timer block, other bits and pieces. But again, Sheepy Gridder on the Discord server pointed out something really simple. So I'm going to do that right now. Basically, if you put in a ramp here, minecarts will climb ramps on their own. They won't fall back like other ones do. But when climbing, they're really slow. But when going downhill, they're not as fast. So the speed gain isn't as great. The other thing I could have done here, now I think about it, is actually just change this timer block to be like 0.5 again, and that would allow it to that would have allowed the first cart to get through, and the second one would have bounced back probably. But there you go, and you see now that has just managed to split them. That little one does add a little bit of a delay to the system, but it would work with as many carts as I've got on the system. It doesn't matter. Each one will come to that and slow down, and when it comes off, it will go faster, so they don't catch up. The speed going down is less than the speed. They lose more time going uphill than they do coming back down again. So that'll just spread the carts out there. This is struggling a bit because it's filling up on bread really easily. So might have to fill that into a barn. Not really sure about that. Might be an idea. No. But let me just find this on the Discord server where Gorilla mentioned the. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Sheepy. It was Getwin. Sorry, it was Getwin that mentioned the filter one. Sheepy Gridder was one of the spacers. So now sorry about that. So yes, Getwin. The idea that Getwin had was if I pause this, if I turn that off, so it's to anything, okay, you then put in a inventory center, which would be there, and you then put in a what was that set to? Hold on. Put in a math block, I believe it was, and this should be set to equals 0. I remember a few episodes ago I was saying I'd like an AND block and other bits and pieces, and that's what the math block. I think I could do it with a math block. Okay. And we go U to there, and that will detect if there's nothing in the cart. And then that would turn on that. Now that's all fine and dandy and happy and wonderful. It would turn it off if a cart comes along with something in it, but it would also turn it on if an empty cart comes down whilst there's a cart here. So I need to kind of override that. And I'm thinking if I link the timer block to that one as well, would that turn that off? Let's see. Let's do that. Boom. Right. I may need to put another cart down. I'm not sure whether this will work. Let's see. Right, so there you go. You've registered that that's now got coal in it. So you... Let's see here. Yep, you've been registered as empty. But you won't grab anything because... Oh. Which makes sense. You won't grab anything because it's a non-block. It's a set to flour only, so that's okay. Right, so you're set to anything, so you're going to go down there. Ah, so that did not work. Okay. Okay, so I need to find a way to toggle that off. Right. What I need to do is basically when this becomes active and this toggle becomes no, I want to toggle that off, but I can't. There isn't an on or off option for it. So what I think I need the AND block. I don't know whether this will. I mean, this is a math block. It's not just add stuff up. There's probably a way to do this, and it would require a lot of logic blocks. See, that's an OR gate. There we go. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want an AND gate. Okay. So, I need to move this cart off. Oh, I can't. I cannot move the cart off. Right, go that way. Come on. Stop. Stop. You can do whatever you do. Right. Okay. So, what I need to do. I need to unlink that from there and unlink that from there. And I need to link you to that one. And you to that one. And then you to there. Okay. So if that is true and that is true, we'll turn that on. But if that is true and that is false, we won't turn that on. Now, is that correct? Let's find out. So you're going to turn off, you're going to turn off, which is fine. I'm going to turn that back on, I think. And it doesn't matter what these carts have set to their filters because it appears to go down everywhere. So that's still turning off, that's still turning off, that's fine. So here we go, right. Okay, that did not work. Okay, let's try this one here. Oh. Right, that's wrong. So that needs to be toggled. Like so. Okay. Right, so that is now red. That is off, that is on. Let's see whether this works this way. That says on because that's fine. That says on because that's fine. Damn it, it still doesn't work. That should have not done that. So you're going to come down here and go, no. Why would you I'm confused. I am very confused. Go back. Okay, so you turn that one on, right? When you come along, you are empty. Hold on. Are you changing that one? Is that the problem? Yes. Yeah, you'll change that one. So you want to go to that one. I might have got that wants to go to that one, not the other way around. Okay, so that says yes down there, then let's turn that off. And then that says yes as well. That's not correct though. That's maybe not on. Maybe it should be an NAND gate. Not. Go wrong again. Go back up there. I think I see what I'm doing wrong here. Let me turn off that and that and that. So that's going to trigger that there, isn't it? I'll ignore that there. Hopefully, that will trigger that to turn that on. You won't do anything. You'll go down there. You'll get blocked. Right. So what I want to do is I want to say inventory sensor should go to that block there. And then you should go to that toggle there. That toggle goes to that one there, and that toggle goes to that one there. Okay, and then that should go to that one there. If that makes sense. Ooh, what's going on there? Wow. You're toggling that. Right. I'm thinking about actually giving up on this one here for the minute, and this probably isn't going to work anytime soon. But the way I want to do it is basically this triggers that, which we know is correct. That triggers the toggle. Okay, the toggle will trigger that, and that toggle will trigger that. And if that's a tick and that's a tick, then they will toggle that on. I'm not sure why that is currently a tick. That should not be a tick. That should be a off. So you've turned off all the you're going down there, you turn that off, that's good. And you toggle that because that's not right. You come along, you toggle that on, you toggle that off. You've got coal in you, so you should not trigger this at all. Nope. There we go. That's working. That is working. Awesome. So that's a lot of logic just to get an empty minecart to go down there. Okay, and I need to build this at every single rail stop, basically, because I'd have to have this at here saying if it's empty, can't go down there. Then at these ones here, I'd have to have a system going that if it's coal and the track is empty, you can go down there, and if it's flat and the track is empty, you can go down there, which does make things very, very complicated. So I am instead just really thinking it might be easier if I just put in the twin tracks. That would be so much easier, because then I could just say, hey, all empty minecarts go down there. Via this here. There's no way to toggle that off, unfortunately. Because the thing about this as well is that I can have a storage system set up, a system set up. So if this barn is full, turn off this. Just turn it off. Don't go down there. Yeah, that is a very, very complicated piece of thing. Just because of the one left. I think everywhere I'm going to go, I'm going to have the 2 rails go down. And not really worry about the resources. Okay, so that. No, I kind of like that though. I like that. That does work. That does kind of work, but it's not ideal. But if I turn off your filter and I turn off your filter, okay, then all my minecarts will probably fill up with coal, which is not what I want. Not what I want. So I need to find a way now to well, let's first and foremost let's build this one here. So let's turn off that. So we need to clone this over here. So I want inventory there. I want a math block there. I want a there, and I want a toggle there. I'll put there, make it a little bit more compact. I'll save this space. I cannot figure out. That goes to there. That goes to there. Boom. Move that one, and then you can go to there. You can go to there. Just that extra toggle that I needed. I needed that to toggle something rather than just instantly tell the all it was. So, okay. So then we want to turn off the filter on that, and we want to say would you be right, nope, okay, you want to be an equals, must equals 0, which means equal nothing. You must be, oh dear, you must be an AND gate on top of that. So, you go to there, you go to there, you go to there, and you go to there, then you go to there, and that'll work. That'll work fine. The inventory one's just got an offset up here. You can actually move these. You can say, check that block there, check this block here, so you can check what it is. So, yeah, and I think to set the barn up, I could probably do that as well. I mean, I could leave these sorters like this, I think, but no, yeah, I think I could leave them like that actually, because that would allow anything that's got coal in it to go down, but only one at a time. Or very close together at a time. I might put another little space over here. This. Right, so you're set to nothing. Turn around. Have I got there? Don't want you filling up with coal yet. So you should toggle that on. You go down there. This whole system works already anyway. Ah. Interestingly, that got thrown up there for some reason. That must be because of the simply the spacing. Okay, so now all 3 of my carts are full of coal, and we now stuff. The whole system would collapse and go terribly wrong. So right. I'm sorry, these couple of episodes are going to be logic based at the moment, but that's just how it's going to be for the minute, I'm afraid. I just like to get this working, kind of a proof of concept. It's not something I think is actually feasible to build long term. Very interestingly, something is going wrong with this here. Okay, so why are you... Does that have to be inverted? Is that what I've done wrong here? Come back. Yeah, so that toggle block had to be inverted. That's what I got wrong. So one should be tick, one should be minus. And I realise that is the opposite way around to that, but yeah, there we go. For some bizarre reason, you sent a RailCart down there. Ah. Okay. Something is not correct here. Yep, something is not correct here. Why is that? What is going wrong here? You're an AND block. You should be that one and that one, which is both yes. But that should be a no, because you should be... Yeah, you toggle that because you're no. And then you toggle that because you're yes. What have I done wrong here? Oh, well, I'll put the timer block on the opposite side of that one. That doesn't matter. So, wait, you go to that one. You go to the toggle goes to the ball. You go to that one. You go to the toggle goes to the ball. Or the gate option, sorry. And you go to that one when you are that one and that one. So that should be false. That should be false. Your inventory is false. So why are you saying that's true? Yeah, why are you saying that's true? You come along and you go, boom, false. You are false. Okay, the next one comes along, and for some bizarre reason, triggers, which is wrong, because you should be set to nothing. Because you have 16 coal in you. Okay, so let's remove that block there. Let's grab a filter, let's grab that one there. Let's set this back to equals 0. Okay. Inventory sorter to that one, you to that one. Can anyone tell me why that's doing that? Could anyone tell me why that inventory block is detecting coal and saying it's nothing? Because I'm confused. Because that is toggling that toggle when it's not supposed to be. Okay, you are nothing, so you should set both of these to false. Nope, you just toggle them. But when you come along here, you actually do the same. Yes, so this wouldn't work. And the only reason that's not triggering is because that is set to nothing. So if I did the same here, if I set that toggle to false, then this will never toggle. I believe. Is that going to be correct? See here? Yep, because you're going yes, no, yes, no. So yes, every time you're going, you are going. Wait, hang on a moment. That doesn't make any sense. Because yeah, that doesn't make any sense, because that should basically be inventory center is 0, true, say true. Inventory center is 0, false, say false. Or is it saying false, and because it's a toggle block, it's toggling? Right, so if I remove that toggle block then, and then link that directly to there. So you must get a true signal from that, and a true signal from that, for that to work. Okay. Let's try again. All of these should fail anyway, because false, false, false. Okay. So if I toggle that on, false, false, false. Okay. Grab another RailCart. Off you go. You are true. And now you're false. Which would be false, false, false. Okay. Right. I need to get rid of all this coal that's in here, because this is no longer working. Yep, I've now filled them all up with coal, and we need to drop the coal off somewhere. Let us say you are going to be coal. This is just a little temporary fix whilst I'm trying to fix things here. And we'll grab our wagon. Okay, that kind of works. The timing was a little bit fishy on that. Right. Okay, so you're saying true. So you are saying true. So you go down there. Damn it, all three got down there. So they need a little bit more spacing. That's fine. We can do that. We can do that. So let's let's remove those three there. Put a ramp up there, F a block in the center. I'm doing 3 just to keep it symmetrical. That's all, because an even number or it's an odd number. So you go up there and down. You need to take coal and put it in there. Not that's going to work, because you are stop. Okay, we've got enough coal here in our system doing things. Okay, so that was true, that was true, that was false. Right, okay. Okay, so we remove that one. Remove that one. And we say you go to that one. And that should be fine. Okay, and now what we also want to do is we want to grab a logic block. We want to say if less than 200, we'll say 150. Okay, you are going to link to that, and you are going to have an offset to that. Then you are going to link to that. So now that's linked to 3 things, so that must have 3 cases for being true. Okay, but I need to somehow toggle this. Don't know how. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove that rail stop. Okay, which means that you should then go down there. Why are you not going down there? Because that's false. So let's toggle that once. Okay, and right, you can go down there now, and you'll toggle that, and that'll be off. You will grab some bread, flour, because this needs flour because it's run out. And what should happen, in theory, is these should start emptying out of their coal, because we will have this, and then they'll go down and get the flour. You're going to do that and come back up, and this works. Aha, you fired. Right. So you're now set to false. So yeah, there we go. That works. That works. So that is now set to false because I had to change the inventory inside the barn at least once for this to fire. Now the barn has more than 150 coal in it. You are firing saying, don't do that. Don't do that at all. So no minecarts will go down here, even if they're set to empty. And you can see that here. If we follow this minecart here, this is going to go down here, trigger this system, grab some flour, come along, drop his flour off in there, and now he's an empty minecart with no fuels running whatsoever, which would mean that in theory he hits here, he toggles this, that says yes you can go down there, even though he can't pick any coal up, but you get what I mean, it says yes you can go down there. But what will happen is it will toggle, it will trigger, you see it triggered there, but because it's an AND gate, all of its inputs must be correct for it to say yes. So that must be a yes, which it is because there's no minecarts here. That must be a yes, which it is because there's inventory is empty on the RailCart. And that must be a yes, but it's not because this has more than 150 coal in it. So, and I'm saying yes, but it really is true. The option must be true. All 3 of its, as many things coming in must be true if you have an AND gate. That's what I was trying to figure out last time. So yeah, there we go. So that works wonderfully well, which basically now means that all my minecarts are going to switch over to flour because the demand of flour is higher. Of course, this isn't ideal, this track system down here. It's not ideal whatsoever because this is really long and means that loads of minecarts miss coming down here because the way it is. The coal, these ones can just stay as they are with the coal because you're dropping off. It's only the empty ones need this big filter system. So yeah, okay. And I realise I've just been rambling on for half an hour explaining logic blocks, but hopefully somebody learned something from this. I know I certainly did. Yeah. So that way round. So anyway, that's interesting. That way is considered north. because that equals 0, so it must equal 0. So yeah, this works. This works well. The little ramp thing there is enough to just keep all the carts spaced out far enough. We will need to do the same here. So if I say copy these two here, you should be is less than 150, was it? Becomes true. So that means if the final slot is empty, it's true. So it'll have 150 in it, and then if it gets above 150, it will stop. I'm setting it like that because it may send. We may get 3 or 4 carts come down here at once, picking up coal before the first cart gets back here and drops off, so that becomes true again. You will want to set it to 200 because otherwise you would have coal in your system going around. Set it to 150 basically means that all 4 carts I think we've got could go down this line and pick up coal, and that would be obviously it's 4 in it, so it's not. Oh no, it's 20. So 2, 4, 6. That's technically 80 coal in the system, and that would be you'd have 80 coal on the carts before the first cart got back here. Unlikely, but it's possible. And then because when the first cart drops off, that will toggle again. You've still got 3 carts with coal in them. So you want to set it to a slightly lower number than the overall. So yeah. So right. Sorry, you want to set it to a lower number than the maximum in a barn. I mean, you can set it to 100 if you wanted to. You can set it to many things. You can have multiple inventory sensors on the same barn. So if your barn stores flour and something else, you could say, if it's 50 flour. So say I had 2 lots of flour and 2 lots of animal feed, for instance. I could say one inventory one side and say if it's under 50 flour, then turn that on. And the other side, if it's under 50 animal feed, turn that on, and that will fill up 2 slots and 2 slots. So it's possible. But that works. Look at that. Look, all flashing little lines everywhere. I am so glad the toggles no longer make noises. That was painful. Yeah. That is firing every time the inventory changes in there, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, and see now it's above the 150 mark. It's going no, and all my carts are just going round and round in circles doing nothing. Just spacing out, doing things because no demand is required. But the idea of doing this is that so far we've got 2 resources on this track. I might have, animal feed will be another one, which will go on this track. And then we're going to have another one probably for something else, and it might have 4 or 5 different loops on it. You want all your trains going around in circles until demand comes up, and then it can just send off and go, hey, here you go. Go and supply and demand. You see there, look, we've got, this has dropped down under the 150. We've got a cart there with 20 in it, which will put it above the 150, but we've got another cart there going anyway. So that will drop off, that will turn that to false. This will pick up. So then that's going to end up being over full. And you could have had 3 carts come down there, for instance, which means in your system you'd have, in the train rail system, you'd have more flour than this detector is detecting. So that's why I said it's 150, not 200. And I think I've explained that about 3 times now, so I'm sure you get it. Anyway, this is working. This, as far as I'm concerned, is working wonderfully. You are producing bread. You are going down there. You're going around in circles doing nothing, but that's fine because now you're going to go down this line here. So happy with that. You can drop off your wood inside that just to drop it off. You are emptying your coal. I want to remove that. Okay, so that'll be fine. That'll be fine. As and when this coal supply demands up, we will grab it from that barn, and this will drop it off. Oh, got a tickly throat there. Yeah. So that whole system works, which is awesome. Complicated, but awesome. So. I suppose next we should have a look at animal feed, because that's going to be our next main system. I might try and figure something out to make this a bit quicker, because I don't really like the idea of that going all the way down there. I mean, it works, but it's just, it seems kind of slow, although demand isn't really high at the moment. I'll leave it, and if we end up struggling for flour, then we'll do something here. Yeah, so taking animal feed to the pastures is going to be interesting, because I put my loop there, and I don't know where I'm going to put my animal feed. Could always make the loop bigger, it doesn't matter. It can go and do whatever it needs to do. It can... I mean, it could even run along here and back again. If I wanted to do that and just extend them and have a loop here, which would grab coal and would pass by all 4 of these, so I could have 2 different stops for flour. We should probably complicate things even more. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave the episode here. My throat is killing me. I am sorry there wasn't an episode yesterday, but I've been working a lot and I'm not very well, so yeah, so for now we shall leave this here, and we shall come back to it next time, and I'm very happy we've got the logic working. So, thank you very much for watching. Yes, so, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.